rush into drawing conclusions. First, examine the data calmly. So the problem I would say is patience, because the moment they see a data, they get an idea and they directly start, blurting out the conclusions.
Hello, I'm Aditi Khadilkar, and today I'm joined here with Mr. Dev More sir.
Myself, Dev More, and I've done my bachelor's in mathematics. And after that, I did my MBA from US. And last 20 years, I'm teaching different management subjects in various colleges as a visiting faculty.
So today I'll just be asking you a few questions related to your field. So research, stats and finance often intimidate students. How do you change that perception?
Actually, first of all, in my first lecture only, I tell students that not to fear of these subjects, because whenever I teach them, I try to make sure that the subject is not theoretical at all. So I try to teach with a lot of practical examples and real life sports scenarios. So when they, as a group activity, when the class is interactive and they actually feel a part of that situation, then they start thinking logically, practically, and then the concepts they understand very well. Because in such subjects, I always feel that the more you understand the concepts, life is easy. You don't have to study if you understand, because it's just riding a bicycle or something. Once you learn it, you know it forever. So basically, instead of memorizing topics or anything, I try to teach them with lots of real life examples so that they understand the concepts, and then the fear disappears actually.
Why is research methodology crucial even for the non-academic sports students?
Actually, I would say the research topic or the research subject, it's independent of academic or non-academic, because it actually prepares you for making the right decisions. Because what we learn in this subject is that the students, they learn how to ask the right questions and to get the right answer in any kind of situation, and based on that they are able to make decisions. So if you want to be a good decision maker in which is a very important skill today, so to do that, this subject actually kind of makes them think practically, makes them think logically. So they don't do anything based on guesswork, but actually they have a kind of proof or some kind of backing to what they are saying. So it kind of develops them into good decision makers. So even for sports students or for anybody, I would say research methodology is a very important subject.
How do you make finance relatable for sports students?
Actually, for finance, what I do is that I give them a scenario, a real life scenario. And recently, one of the lectures we did that, I divided the class into groups. And I told them, let's say I'm the owner of a sports league company. And let's say, so what I do is I try to make them, put them in a role play. I try to make them, let's say you are the CFO of a company. And if I give them an example, let's say I'm giving you 100 crores. Now you have to plan a new tournament. So how much money you will give to the player salaries, how much you will give for marketing. So once they actually start thinking about that, actually they are into that scenario. So they are able to relate to the financial concepts very easily. And then it doesn't remain a theoretical thing. So it becomes a very practical approach. So that's how it helps.
Okay, what common mistakes do students make while handling sports data or budgets?
From my experience, I've seen that whenever in business statistics, for example, we deal with a lot of data. So for students, what I always used to tell them that don't rush into drawing conclusions. First, examine the data calmly. So the problem I would say is patience. Because the moment they see a data, they get an idea and they directly start, blurting out the conclusions. But I tell them that you have to spend time with the data. You have to analyze it coolly, calmly, then come to conclusions. So I feel the kind of rush or the kind of hurry they do while handling the data, that is a common mistake. And I think you asked about budget, right? Okay. And in budget, normally what I've seen that whenever students, I give them an assignment to work on a company's budget. So when they are looking at revenue, expenses, all that in financial management subject, in the expenses, I have seen that they tend to ignore the small expenses. So whenever in the balance sheet, if they see some expenses very small, they don't really give that much attention and they don't really pay so much importance to that. But actually it's a mistake, because over a period of time in any company, small expenses actually become very big, and they can actually put the company in a loss. So I just try to tell them that make sure you don't underestimate any expenses, especially because that's the difference between profit and loss.
How do these subjects help students to make better decisions in real jobs?
Yeah, actually, as I said about the research subject, for example, it actually trains them to ask the right questions. and to get the right answers. Because like today in the real job market, they have to be really good in decision making, and to do that decision basically develops them into good decision makers. Because when they ask the right questions, when they think in that kind of approach practically, like thinking about the real life scenarios they are into as a student, so when they go into the real job market, then they are able to apply those kind of a mindset of asking the right questions, and it helps them in decision making, which is a very important skill.
What's one habit that students should develop to become analytically strong?
Actually, there might be more than one, but I will definitely tell one habit definitely is about being patient. Patient with the information first you get. They have to learn to calmly go through the data and everything. Whatever scenario that they are in, they have to analyze it coolly and calmly with the right methods. And for analytical mindset, again, they have to, it's a very important thing for them to come up with the correct questions regarding the situation. So then they find the right answers, and then they are able to draw the correct conclusions. So for analytical mindset, I feel they have to be very good in research.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and sharing your valuable insights.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure.